promise. All winds blow away. Eventually.
Today, we are going to be talking about Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 news that has been revealed to us. The first bit of news that was revealed to us is the name of the antagonist for Poppy Playtime Chapter 3, aka CATNAP. That's right, they didn't even huggy-wuggify this name, which is great news for Mob Games, because it shows the direction they are going in, and that they want to tell better stories with their characters, rather than the story coming second and their character designs coming first. Which I think is great because we are going to get better tension and scares rather than this. Something that is also interesting is when Mob Games released the VHS tape, they began releasing posters of the other animals and their different characteristics and their talents. Which begs the question, will these characters be hunting us down as we explore through the factory? Well, I believe that there's going to be different factions of these characters. Some of these characters are going to be really kind of wild animals that will reside in the factory and attack us, while other ones will realize the terrible things that Playtime Co. has done, and they'll recognize us and help us as we adventure through the factory. I believe this because, well, it makes a lot of sense. If you have so many characters, if they're all evil, it's a little boring and stale to the player. But if each one is a little bit different in how they attack you, how they approach you, and maybe even help you, I think it'd be really interesting. Maybe the really intelligent elephant manipulates you into falling into some type of contraption or trap. There could also be other characters, such as the dog, who seems to be a polar opposite to CATNAP. He even could be a character that could help us and perhaps recognizes the evil things that Playtime Co. has done. And he may be a character who we are introduced to and helps us defeat CATNAP, sacrificing his life to save us and maybe even kill CATNAP. Okay. I know what you guys want to hear about. You want to hear about Huggy Wuggy and other characters we've previously seen in Chapter 1 and 2. Well, I personally think that Huggy Wuggy will be teased in the upcoming chapter. However, he won't appear for long because they want to tease him for an even bigger return in Chapter 4 to get the biggest hype for that chapter. So perhaps we will get a little Huggy Wuggy arm slide. But some of the returning characters we might see in Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 are PJ Pugapiller, who has been teased in other Poppy projects. Having him show up in Chapter 3 could be because he is part of the testing phase for the kids, assigning which toys each kid will be. So, introducing him to the kids in the playcare could help them when they are testing. Another character we could see could be Kissy Missy. She was seen transported to the playcare, so maybe she lurks near the playcare. This will be interesting because we see more of her attitude towards us and how she interacts with the player. Because I think she's undecided. I personally think that she just wants to see what we're going to do when she helps us. And then she'll decide for herself whether or not she should rip our heads off or let us live. Finally, we could see Daisy, a character teased in the original Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 trailer, and has now risen to a fan favorite character. A flower seems to be something you could see in the playcare to calm the kids down. So now, let's get down to the lore! Well, now we know that CATNAP is actually a kid named Theodore, who was told by a mysterious voice to look for a specific document, and even stole some grab packs to try to escape. However, he only had one, and needed another person to escape. So it's kind of sad, he has no friends. Well, it's pretty obvious that this mysterious voice is actually the prototype who is trying to help the kids escape. However, something terrible happens to Theodore, and he is miraculously saved by an operation, becoming CATNAP, and making sure kids don't make the same mistake he did. However, I believe that one of CATNAP's crew will turn against him. You may ask yourself, who? Dogday, as I mentioned earlier. Dogday is actually the leader of the Smiling Critters, and he always tries to find the good side of any situation. The reason I believe he comes into conflict with CATNAP is because as a leader of the Smiling Critters, he may see CATNAP as a threat to his friends and tries to save them by confronting CATNAP. But maybe Theodore is too far gone and believes he was chosen by the prototype, like a prophet, and he is doing his duty. During Chapter 3, as we are venturing through the toy factory, we may see the outcome of CATNAP and Dogday's fight. Who did it affect, and which side are the other Smiling Critters on? But we'll just have to see what happens in the coming chapter. I hope you guys have a great day. ICIC out.